Today we're taking a first look at Razer's new officially licensed PS5 and PC Pro controller, the Raiju V3 Pro. We're going to unbox this bad boy and go through the features and specs, what makes this thing stand out, what they got right, what they missed, and give you my honest opinion on my early experiences with this controller. With that, I want to note that Razer sent this controller out to me, and that's it. They are not telling me what to say nor paying me for this. They're just going to let me rip with my honest opinion. So let's see if they want to send me another product after this. Now, this thing is built specifically for competitive gamers who want every advantage they can get. Razer worked directly with Team Razer's Hydra, also known as the French phenom of 100 Thieves and 2023 Call of Duty World Champion, to make this controller. So, what is it he told them that makes this controller a step above? Let's find out. Right out of the box, you can tell this isn't your average controller. Razer includes everything you need. The controller itself in black or white, a premium carrying case that actually feels protective, a 2-meter USB-C cable for wire connection, a USB-A 2.4 GHz hyperspeed wireless dongle, 4 removable back buttons with covers for those times you don't want to use them, 3 styles of swappable thumbstick caps, and a tiny screwdriver for the removable components. The build quality feels solid. We're talking PBT plastic on the buttons, the same material Razer uses on their high-end keyboards. This stuff doesn't wear down or get shiny over time like regular plastic. The weight is balanced at 258 grams, lighter than the 322-gram DualSense Edge, which is 15% above that of the standard DualSense. And you can see here how it visually compares to the DualSense and the DualSense Edge. Let's talk about the layout. This uses a symmetrical thumbstick design similar to the DualSense. If you're coming from Xbox, it might take some adjustment, but for PS5 players, this feels natural, although it feels like it has a little more girth in the handle area. The big story here is customization. You get 4 removable back buttons that use mouse click switches, not paddles, actual clicky buttons. They're positioned perfectly for your middle and ring fingers. 2 claw grip bumpers up top. These are genius if you play claw style or standard. They give you extra inputs without moving your thumbs off the sticks. And here's what I love. If you don't want the back buttons, you can literally remove them and put on the included covers for a flushback. It's your controller, your way. The D-pad is an 8-way floating design. For fighting games, this is crucial. You get clean diagonals and every input feels precise. No mushy presses here. Also, within the app, you get the option to make the D-pad function as a 4-way, if desired. These aren't regular thumbsticks. Razer uses TMR technology, which stands for tunnel magnetoresistance. Think of it like this. Instead of using physical contacts that wear down over time, these use magnetic sensors. That means no stick drift over time, more precise input tracking, they last way longer, and lower power consumption. You get 3 cap styles in the box. Short and concave, which is the default for balance play. Tall and concave for precision aiming, and short and dome for fast movement. I've been using the tall concave for Warzone and Battlefield, and the difference in aim control is noticeable. The triggers on this thing are wild. You can switch between 2 modes on the fly. Lock mode gives you instant mouse click actuation, 0 travel distance. Perfect for shooters where you need to be quick to the trigger. Unlock mode gives you full analog range. Better for racing games or anything where you need gradual input. Through the Razer Synapse 4 software, you can even set your triggers to be digital or analog. Easiest way to explain these is analog will respond to pressure, like when you pull the trigger partially to take a corner in a racing game. Digital is a yes or no register. So in that same racing game, if you have a digital trigger, you're either giving 0 gas or pedal to the floor around that corner. You can also set a custom actuation point and enable rapid trigger mode with digital. And before the comments start flying, I want to note that PlayStation does not allow third parties to have haptics or adaptive triggers. It would make an amazing addition, but nope. The face buttons use Razer's Mecha Tactile switches. These feel like a cross between a controller button and a mechanical keyboard. You get crisp, tactile feedback, faster actuation, PBT construction for durability, and consistent feel across millions of presses. Once you get used to these, regular controller buttons feel mushy. This uses Razer Hyperspeed Wireless, at 2.4 gigahertz through a USB-A dongle. Translation: it's the fastest wireless connection you'll get. It's important to note that this controller has a 2000 Hz polling rate max. However, again, PlayStation or consoles in general only allow up to 250 Hz for any controller. So don't expect to get anything higher than that when playing on your PS5. Only expect the higher speeds on PC. Real-time polling rate testing utilizing the polling rate software from GamePatla.com. Both the dongle and wired saw similar speeds coming from the sticks. Both saw approximately 3.2 milliseconds average latency, with minimum latencies all faster than 0.9 milliseconds. I would still take this as directional, as this tool, while excellent, estimates latency differently, and the user variable could be a factor. I say this because I fully expected wired to be considerably faster than wireless. Also, I've seen varied results in the community already, but the general consensus is the controller is fast and consistent. And if you were hoping to wake your PS5 with this controller, that's not possible, because PlayStation doesn't allow this on third-party controllers either. Battery is 2,350 milliamp hours. To put this in perspective, the DualSense Edge's battery capacity is 1,050 milliamp hours, which is already a downgrade from the DualSense's 1,560 milliamp hours, so expect double if not more life out of this controller on one charge. On PC, you use Razer Synapse 4 to customize your controller. You can remap the 6 additional buttons, set up macros and shortcuts, adjust thumbstick and customize dead zones, change trigger sensitivity and functionality, save 4 profiles to onboard memory, enable sensitivity clutch, which temporarily lowers sensitivity while holding a button and is perfect for sniping, and recalibrate thumbsticks if needed. That last one is huge. If you ever notice drift, you can just recalibrate instead of buying a new controller. If you want me to do a full in-depth walkthrough of the app, let me know in the comments below. I spent some time in Spider-Man with this controller, and honestly, it will be a game changer, literally for this game. The back buttons let me jump, dodge, fight, and grab/shoot webs, all without taking my thumbs off the sticks. The hyper triggers in unlock mode are perfect for web slinging. The claw grip bumpers can take some getting used to in this game, but I'm testing some potential use cases here. But if I were using this in FPS, my go-to is making the right claw bumper a ping button, making it easy to ping enemies right before or after shooting. This is how I utilize them on the Raiju V3 Pro. I can't imagine life without them. Let's talk pros. Elite build quality with PBT buttons, 6 total remappable buttons, 4 back plus 2 bumpers. These are remappable via the controller itself or through the app. TMR thumbsticks eliminate drift. Pro hyper triggers with adjustable actuation. Premium carrying case included. Works on both PS5 and PC. Onboard memory stores 4 profiles. Mouse click back buttons feel amazing. Professional grade customization through the Synapse 4 app on PC or Razer controller app on mobile. But I must note that as of the making of this video, the app exists on Mac, but the controller is not compatible with Mac, nor its current version of Synapse 4, and you get stick recalibration. Now the cons. $220 price tag is steep, no haptic feedback or adaptive triggers. Not their fault, but this can be a deal breaker for some, so I have to mention it. Takes time to learn all the customization options. Symmetrical layout might not appeal to Xbox players. Not every button is remappable, but you can impromptu remap on the controller. Let's be real, this controller isn't for everyone. You should buy this if you play competitive shooters on PS5, you want every possible advantage, you're willing to invest in your setup, you value customization and precision, or you play on both PS5 and PC. Skip this if you mainly play single-player games that work fine with the standard buttons, you love and can't live without DualSense haptics. $220 feels too expensive for a controller, or you're very casual about gaming. For me, as someone who takes their gaming seriously and creates content around it, this controller is worth it. The competitive advantages are real. The Razer Raiju V3 Pro is the best competitive controller I've used on PS5, period. The build quality, customization, and performance all justify the premium price if you're serious about competitive gaming. The mouse click back buttons, TMR sticks, and hyper triggers give you tangible advantages. But for casual players or those who prioritize immersion features like haptics, the standard DualSense is probably better for you. Final score, 9 out of 10. It loses 1 point for the price, but gains everything back in durability, design, functionality, and performance. How about you? Are you picking one up or are you sticking with the DualSense? Anything else you want to know about this controller? Let me know in the comments. If you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe before checking out this next video I made of my experience with the Xbox version of this controller, the Wolverine V3 Pro.